Hey, what's up, nerds? How you guys doing tonight? Tonight I'm going to be doing a head shave, and for my head shave I'm going to be doing a review of the Tailor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood Shaving Cream. This is the first shaving cream that I ever bought. I ordered this off Amazon when I first ordered all my supplies, and I love it. I love the scent of it. It performs well. Smells great. I love the scent. I know some people out there don't like the sandalwood scent. That's fine. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about this hobby is there's so much variety that you'll find something you do like. But I like this Tailor of Old Bond Street sandalwood scent. When I first smelled it, I told my wife that it reminded me, or it made me think that's what like my great grandpa would smell like after he shaved. It's just a classic scent, and the way Tailor of Old Bond Street describes it on their website is they say it's a luxurious and masculine sandalwood shaving cream which creates a uniquely smooth and creamy lather. The fragrance notes are a classic fougere fragrance with top notes of geranium, lavender, rosemary, and liquid amber, supported by a heart of carnation, fern, and orange blossom, resting on a sumptuous base of patchouli, sandalwood, vetiver, powdery musk, and rock rose. So, my nose is not trained to be able to pick out each of those individual scents. It just smells awesome to me. I love the way it smells. It's just an awesome, masculine barbershop, luxurious scent. So, that's what I'm going to be using tonight. I'm going to be also using my Merkur Futur setting 3 with the Israeli Personna red blade in there. So I've been using this blade. It's on its probably 4th or 5th shave now. And it's performed well. It's done great. So I'm going to see how many shaves I can get out of it. And I have my Razor Rock plus soft brush that I'm going to be using tonight. And I've had it soaking. And I'm going to do something a little different with the lather tonight. I'm not going to do a bowl lather. The Suffolk shaver on one of my videos commented that rather than putting the cream into the brush, you can put it into the bowl. And I've seen him and a couple other guys, Kyle from Brown Man Shaves, I've seen them do this. Well, they'll take the cream and apply it directly to their face. So I'm not doing a face shave, I'm doing a head shave. So what I'm going to do is and I've already put on my pre-shave oil. Tonight I'm just using coconut oil as a pre-shave oil. I decided to give that a shot, mixing it up from the hair conditioner. So I'm just using pre-shave oil as a coconut oil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out my normal amount that usually I bowl lather with. And I'm just going to put that right on my head and just do a head lather. So we'll see how that works. So you get a nice almond size amount. I'm just going to kind of rub that on. My brush is pretty damp. You can see I'm actually add a little more water to it. So, pretty damp, and we'll start lathering. This is my first attempt doing it this way, so we'll see how it works. And guys, you can just see the lather exploding out of the brush. It's just creating already a thick lather, so hopefully this experiment isn't a failed experiment. And this cream is super easy to lather. The other times when I've used it doing bowl lathers and making lathers for different shaves, I mean, it's a super easy cream to lather. Great strength of scent. I love a strong scent, not an overpowering scent or a heavy scent, but I like the scent to be strong. Whatever the scent is, I like a strong scent. And this has great strength of scent. I like, you know, some people will shave and then put on aftershaves and colognes and stuff, and they combine them to make sure the scent profiles match up. I like a strong smelling shaving cream that can be my scent profile for the day, is just the shaving cream. So this has a really strong scent, and I like that, and it's a awesome classic scent. And it is just, the lather just exploded when I started shaving that, or started mixing it. That was wild. So it's my first time trying this, so it's a learning experience, and it's working well, I think. I mean, it's creating a nice thick lather for sure. Look at that, guys. Can you see that? That is, I mean, just, that is an excellent lathering cream. So, very nice. Always have your alum block handy. Keep your fingers dry. Don't want your razor slipping around in your hand. So, alright guys. Like I said, Merkur Futur, Israeli Personna red blade, and setting 3. Dialed up to a setting 3 with the shim. Always with the shim in my Futur. I love it with the shim. So, we're starting straight against the grain again. I liked how it worked last time, so I'm going to keep going just straight against the grain, and we'll see how it does. So, here we go. So far so good, guys, with the Tailor Bond Street Sandalwood. I mean, good residual slickness, great scent. I mean, the scent just fills up the whole bathroom. It's an awesome scent. I think this will be my last use for the Personna red blade. I'm feeling just a little bit of drag, a little bit more drag. Nothing terrible, but I think this is my 4th head shave with it, and 1 face shave in there. So, and that was my full beard face shave, or my 10-day beard face shave. So it's seen some work. So, but I think this will be the last shave I do with it. And some of you blade longevity guys out there, I know there's guys who can stretch their blades to, you know, 30, 40 uses on a single blade. Might be cringing to hear me say that after, you know, 5 shaves I'm gonna move on, but you know, at such a low cost per blade, I mean, someone might be able to get more shaves out of it. As soon as I start feeling it drag or giving a little bit of irritation, I can feel a little bit over here by my ear, you know, I feel like, okay, it's time to move on. I don't have a set number. I know some guys will change it every time, or every other shave they'll switch out the blade. As soon as I start feeling it go, that's when I change it out. So. I'm trying to get better at talking while shaving or while mixing my lather and stuff like that, so the videos can be a little bit shorter, so they're not as long where I'm having to stop what I'm doing to talk. But sometimes it takes all the focus I have on shaving, and so it's hard for my brain to do two things at once sometimes. So talking and shaving can be a little dicey for me at times. Alright guys, first pass done. Good first pass. Great residual slickness from the Tailor Bond Street cream. I mean, they've been around a while. I think they're pretty well known in the wet shaving community as being a quality product. You know, they have a lot of great scents out there. I have their sample pack of all their different scents for their creams. They have a lot of great soaps, aftershaves, colognes. I mean, you name it, they got it. So I'm excited to use the rest of their stuff. I just thought I'd start with this one because it's what I started with when I started my wet shaving journey. You know, when I started this hobby, when I started learning about this, this was the cream I bought. So I thought it'd be good to start with this one as my first review of a Tailor Bond Street product. So, and guys, if you have not tried face or head lathering, give it a shot. I mean, it lathered up really quickly, created a ton of lather. I mean, there's still a ton of lather in here. It gave me a great first pass lather, really thick, really cushiony. There was plenty of lather, and there's still plenty of lather going on right now. So give it a shot, see what you think. It saved a little time. I wasn't building a lather in a bowl, I just got to build it straight on my head, so it saved a little time, and it was, you know, felt nice to work it in on my head more, and maybe get a few more of the properties of the soap that you want, those good properties they have in the soap, onto your head, and have it be on your head more rather than wasting it in the bowl. So, alright, second pass, we're just going to start doing a touch-up. I know there's some spots when I was rinsing I could fill them back, so I'm going to start there, and then I'll just wet my hand and fill around. Guys, since I didn't bowl lather for my touch-up pass, just grab a little bit off the base of your knot. You know, get a little bit of the cream off the base of your knot, a little bit of the lather, and you can use that to apply more lather where you need it. And one way I know how my blade's going, it's not that I'm getting irritation or roughness, it's just not as efficient. And that's one thing adding a shim will do, is it makes your blade so much more rigid sorry, I'll try and work and talk at the same time. It holds your blade so much more rigid that it doesn't cause a rough shave or an irritated shave. It just is way less efficient. It just stops cutting the stubble as efficiently. So that's how one way I'm telling my blade's going, is it's taking a lot more to get down, a lot more passes to cut down the stubble, whereas the first and second time I used it, it was much more efficient. So I guess it's just what you determine how much time you want to spend versus the cost of replacing the blade. You know, it's all about blade efficiency. So if you don't want to replace your blade and you have time to spend, you could probably get I could probably get a few more uses out of this, but I want it to be a little more efficient. I don't want to have to go over and over the same spots to get it down clean. And I always have trouble spots right back here behind the ears, and it seems like it's just taking a lot more work to get them cleaned up than it normally would. Alright guys, I'll do a quick rinse and slap on some witch hazel, and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Oh, actually, before I do that, one thing I learned from watching Kevy Shaves. Awesome videos. If you guys like watching these videos and you haven't seen Kevy Shaves, check him out. At the end of his shaves, he'll take his brush and he'll squeeze out all the lather, and this is also to show how much lather was still in the brush. And if you see, that's still a nice bit of lather in there. So then he takes that, and he's a face shaver, not a head shaver, but I figured it'd work on both. And then he just takes all that extra and kind of rubs it in and gets all the good properties from the cream or the soap, whatever he's using, and kind of does a face wash or a head wash. I'm doing a head wash with all that extra lather rather than just rinsing it down the drain. You know, get a little use out of it. So I'm going to kind of rub that in on there, and I'll rinse this off and then use my witch hazel. So just a little tip I picked up from watching Kevy Shaves. So I'm not going to take credit for it. It's not my idea. It was from Kevy Shaves. So if you guys haven't checked him out, check out Kevy Shaves. He's got some awesome shaves on there. But alright, I'll rinse this off and then apply my witch hazel and be back for my closing thoughts on Tailor Bond Street Sandalwood. Alright guys, just got done rinsing off that head wash with all that extra lather. Felt great, awesome idea. Glad I saw that on Kevy Shaves. I'm not going to take credit for it. It was all Kevy Shaves, so if you haven't seen his channel, check it out. But now that's done, I'm going to apply some witch hazel for my aftershave, and I'm just using unscented original witch hazel. Whenever I try to match my scent profiles, so I don't have anything in witch hazel that really goes with sandalwood, so I'm just using the original unscented witch hazel. So alright guys, feels great, nice and smooth. Give you my closing thoughts on the Sandalwood Shaving Cream by Tailor Bond Street. Awesome shaving cream. It was my first time lathering it directly on my head, where I put the cream on there and lathered straight on my head, and it worked well. I mean, you saw how much lather just exploded off the brush immediately. So very quick and easy to lather. I love the smell of this. Like I said in the opening, it reminds me of like what my great-great-grandpa would have smelled like when he was shaving. So that's awesome. It's very, very nostalgic for me. It's just an awesome, masculine, old-timey kind of a scent. And so I really like that. I know sandalwood's not for everyone, so you know, if you don't like the sandalwood scent, that's fine. I still recommend trying Tailor Bond Street products. This was my first shaving cream that I bought, and I'm glad I did, because it's so easy to lather and it provides such a good shave, such a smooth, cushiony glide. I'm really glad that I started with the Tailor of Old Bond Street product and the Sandalwood. I'm really glad I started with this. So if you're just beginning, just getting into wet shaving, shaving with a safety razor, I recommend starting with this. It's easy to lather and it provides a great shave. And then if you don't like the scent, you can find something that you do like, a scent you do like. But this is a great starter. And for anyone, frankly, I mean, it provides a great shave, but it's a really good cream to start with. So, awesome product. Love the Sandalwood scent. Thanks for watching this, guys. Please comment, please subscribe, please share. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.